All of the elements that we've discussed so far are so crucial to the plot. Point of view is no different. Point of view is how we are being told the story. It's the narrator or mode of narration that an author is employing to let the readers hear and see what is taking place in the story. Who's telling the story? From what point of view are we experiencing the actions of the characters? This is incredibly crucial because every person has his or her own point of view, opinion, perspective, so on and so forth. And so do characters in our books. So are we getting just one side of the story? Are we getting two sides of the story? Are we getting the whole picture of the story? Super important to know because we want to know if we trust our narrators. We want to know if they're subjective or objective. The first person point of view is the use of the pronoun I or we. It puts the reader inside of the mind of one of the characters. If a novel is being spoken in the first person, I woke up in the morning and I went to get a cup of coffee, we immediately sympathize with the I character, the person who's telling us his story, because it is from his point of view. So everything will be filtered through that first person. We will only see his perspectives on what's going on around him, which include his reactions to characters, setting, and the conflicts that are happening in the story. Second person point of view is less frequently used, but really necessary to mention. It's the use of the pronoun you. It's when a book is consciously addressing a reader. Also, sometimes epistolary novels or novels that are written as letters will address the reader as you because they are written in the form of letters from one person to another. In this case, the second person narration can affect the tone very specifically because when we're talking in a formal setting to someone, we speak a little bit differently than when we're calling someone you. So it will affect the way that the work is written. Third person point of view is the use of the pronouns she, he, it, and they. Many books are written in this way, and it's a really important reason to distinguish how the third person is narrating, because there are two distinct third person narration. One is omniscient, and this means all-knowing. Sometimes we view this as a godlike character who can see inside the minds of all the characters. Although there are other third-person narration modes, third-person limited omniscient, which means he can see inside the mind of some of the characters, but not all of them, which gives us a limited perspective. Please be careful to note that narrators are not the authors. The narrator is another character in the work whose perception is also colored by his or her own personality and experience, just like the other characters. He will have, or she will have, her own tone, her own mood, her own word choice, even her own opinions, such as in the novel The Picture of Dorian Gray, where Oscar Wilde's narration is quite affecting the tone of the work. Another example is a picaresque novel, which is usually told in first person. Picaresque novels are satirical novels which follow a rogue hero of questionable social status, and he's using his wily wits or street smarts to navigate a corrupt society. In this case, first-person narration is essential because we want to see his point of view, his lens through which he views the world around him. So when you're doing the readings and when you're answering the questions, be careful to distinguish who is telling the story, who is the narrator.